Do I leave it?
Go ahead and give it to him because I've got 3 counterpoints to his I told you so.
Do you want me to give it to him?
Sure.
Like it or not, the prediction that Tom Brady would not, in fact, retire and is now back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's see. I remember about 6 weeks ago sitting on a show after Brady was retiring. You guys were doing the whole eulogy
the beard and the
thing.
good-looking guy?
Very handsome, charming, funny. And I said, after you guys were done eulogizing him, what are you doing that for? There's no way he's going to retire. And I know there's a clip somewhere. Feel free to run it. Do you guys really believe he's done? You really believe that he's never going to take another NFL snap ever again?
No, yeah, he's done.
That's psycho. That man who is a legitimate psycho who has to pretend to be a human being when they put a camera to, I like my children and my wife and everything is fine. Tell me I'm wrong, man. The guy's wrong. I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Says New England guy.
The reason why you're wrong is because he got so mad last week when somebody else took the shine away from him, and then he 2 days later does the same exact thing.
Yeah, that tells me he's a psycho who will be back at some point.
Vote on that?
Yeah, he's not having nightmares.
Tell me I'm wrong. Based on everything you've seen about Brady, how petty he is, how far out of his way he goes to prove a point, and the weird things that he does, this ain't over yet. You heard it here first. This ain't
First
over.
and only.
Okay. Hey, by the way, anytime you want to admit I was absolutely right about all of it. If you guys wouldn't mind, like I know you have the little name thing, could you put Nostra Duffy underneath there instead for a second? Thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, everything I said was right, 100% right. And how you didn't see this coming like I told you to 6 weeks ago, you laughed at me. You laughed in my face.
I laughed more at the fact that you call him a psychopath.
He is a psychopath.
But I will put on the side of that 3 major factors that took place to lead to your conclusion. Number 1, Sean Payton retired. Now, most people will say, wait a minute. Brady retired February 1st. Payton retired a couple days earlier. But the news of Tom Brady retiring broke, and he didn't like that. And so he was done a dwindling. So I think he was going to retire, but then maybe used it as some sort of strategy and came back and played anyway. Number 2, Mr. Sean Payton beat Tampa Bay twice last year in the regular season. So now I start thinking, wait a minute, this division is going to be a lot easier and I'm not going to get pummeled? I'll take that. The other 2, I believe, was 1, the offensive coordinator didn't leave. 1, Mr. Byron Leftwich, who was up for an NFL coaching job with Jacksonville and lost it. And the other one, you can thank Green Bay, because who did they make the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? What? 1 Mr. Aaron Rodgers. You don't think Tom Brady looked back and said, oh, he's the highest paid quarterback? I got something for you. Let's put it on the line. NFC Championship game, Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. Who are you picking?
That was the most least sensical thing I've ever heard in my life.
From the guy who thinks that the ego matters the most for Tom Brady? You don't think he sat back and looked at Aaron Rodgers and was like, he's the highest paid quarterback? I'll show you, NFC.
I've once been told that yelling is essentially scrambling for ground that you know you don't have, so I'll say this calmly.
You do yell a lot.
He yelled first. He's the first yeller.
Look, we can all point fingers at who's been yelling. The point is this. Tom Brady said he missed it. The fact that he planned this from the beginning is in when he came back. He didn't miss training camp. He didn't miss mini camp. He didn't miss the draft. Heck, he announced he wasn't retiring the day before free agency started. And isn't it curious, Bill, that while all of these other teams that needed quarterbacks, because Tampa Bay can still win now, were busy frantically trying to trade for people, you know who didn't? You know who didn't do that? Were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Almost like they knew they had a quarterback coming back the entire time. You guys got played. All of y'all got played. Listen to me from now on, and I will lead you to the promised land.
Here's who got played. San Francisco. He wanted to go there. San Francisco didn't want him. They didn't want him a second time. So what is he going to do? Show San Francisco too.
Hey, Bill, are we at the 4th different theory as to why I was
40
wrong?
days.
Yeah, 40 days. As in, hey, guys, give me all of the video. Check me out.
You got to give him credit for at least trying to counterpunch.